Let's do this.
Please record permission from the meeting. The fuck?
Oh no. Now we're going to have more things?
Yeah, no, let's just not. You can send it to me?
I can link it to you, yeah.
Yeah, okay, because I don't want to have to go into anything else right now. It's working.
After that? Oh my God. Okay. So, yeah, let's start it off. Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello, everyone, and Sue.
Hi, Melinda.
We're recording together. This is exciting.
Yes. As you said in your last video, we had to set a date.
And we did.
Yeah.
And we are staying true to that after 45 minutes of trying to fight with side-by-side video because that's our lives.
And we ended up finding a free program, so.
There you go.
So
introduce yourself.
I'm Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7. I am the host of the Tangled SkeinCA.
And I'm Linda. I'm the knitwear designer and tech editor behind Rye Flower Knits and all the cray-cray that goes on over there. Mm-hmm. There's a lot.
Just a little.
But that's okay. It's fun some days.
Yeah.
So you went to Knit City. How was that?
Oh my. Wow. Knit City, first year going. I stayed with Marcia Ibuki, who is very little. She rented an Airbnb, and we ended up being 4 women in this house, and it was amazing. It was a 7-minute walk from the venue.
Oh, wow.
I met so many people that called out my name that knew me, and I was just like, but I'm in Vancouver. I met the Cozy Up girls. I saw Kim from Ginger Snap. It was just, yeah. Awesome. I met all these people, and I actually saw because I didn't walk up to them, Andrea Mowry, Hohi Locatelli, Vera Valimaki. I couldn't do that. I was just like,
They're probably pretty used to people walking up to them.
Yeah, but they had it was like swarms around them.
Yeah. So,
I was just like, well, maybe next year, maybe another year. I don't know. But it was fun.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to definitely hunker down and go next year. Everyone looked like they were having so much fun, so I definitely want to.
I asked you to come.
I know. I just busy, and my anxiety for crowds and stuff, I basically want to curl up on the floor in the fetal position and die.
Well, what we did, because Marcia's the same, around noon at the height of Saturday, we left for 3 hours and went and had lunch.
Yeah.
And when we came back, it was just like nice. And Sunday was even better.
Mm-hmm.
And, I could always ask the girls, we may have room in the house.
Maybe. But I think Kurt wants to go too. He loves going to shit like that. So.
Well, you can find Airbnbs. They're all over.
Yeah.
But
that was fun. And so you got back yesterday?
No, I got back last Sunday because I stayed a week to deal with family stuff. My husband is on his way home today.
Yes, and enjoying his flight.
Yes, very much so.
So that's good. So what else do you have planned for the weekend?
He gets home tonight, and we're just not going to do anything because I think he's had about enough of doing stuff, working on my late father-in-law's house. So, yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Awesome. So where can everyone find you on social media?
I am on Instagram as Crafty Knitter 7, also as the Tangled SkeinCA. Ravelry is the same. I have a shop, the Tangled SkeinCA.
Perfect. And everyone can find me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that jazz as Rye Flower Knits. And then on Ravelry, I am Venomous Flower.
Yeah, and I have a Facebook group too. Forgot to say that.
Unless it's written down, right?
And it's not.
Of course not. Why would it be? That would make things easy. So, how do we know each other?
How do we know each other?
Yes.
I started watching your podcast.
And I've watched you when you guys were a joined team way back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we started interacting on social media and stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, kind of went from there.
And then Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did us in.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, well, I've met several people throughout the world, and I have a few of them on Facebook Messenger as friends. We just click.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
So what are you working on?
What am I working on? Where's the first thing? There it is. I have piles of stuff that nobody can see.
Yeah, I have piles as well, so I'm very organized piles, because if they're not organized, I go insane.
So because Rhinebeck is coming, I decided I need to finish my Weekender by Andrea Mowry. This way.
Is that happening next weekend? It
is. I leave on Friday morning, and so
how far is that from you?
7 hours.
Are you driving?
Lynn is driving. So that's my Weekender. I'm doing it. She has you knit it inside out. And so you have this beautiful detail that's going to be down the front and the back. And that's Andrea Mowry. And I'm 2 inches before splitting the front and the back.
Do you already have sleeves?
No, it's bottom up.
Yeah. You're going to get this done by next weekend?
Oh, damn right I will. Sorry.
She's just
I had half a shawl. 7 days before Knit City, I had like half a shawl done and I finished it. So
okay,
I can do this. And this is
knitting. That's just a lot of knitting.
Well, it's worsted weight, which isn't so bad.
Yeah.
And it's on 4.5 millimeter needles, and I even have my ball band in here. So I got this from Knit Picks. It's called Wildwood Yarns Webster, 75 acrylic, 25 wool.
So, like the color of it.
Yeah, I love the color, and it's the same color as hers kind of thing. And I bought this on a whim like a while ago and hadn't used it. So yeah, I can do it. I know I can.
You got this?
I got it. I do. Even if I'm still knitting on the way to Rhinebeck and I can wear it on Saturday,
you're gonna have like needles in one sleeve, and
I don't need to block the shit. I can just go. They can pick up my yarn as I'm walking away.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, so I have a plan. I can do it. I can do it.
You can definitely do it.
Do you want to show one of your whips?
I can only show one. Well, no, I got two. I got two I can show.
I know. I love it when I watch your podcast and you're like, I can't show this. And it's like, oh.
I know. And I finished all my socks for Yarn Crush, and I sent them off to the lovely lady who does my tech editing. So she's working on that, and those are ready to roll for Yarn Crush in January. I want this thing out of my life. Like, I hate it.
Oh no.
So
I know what that is.
So this is it's a beautiful pattern. The yarn is beautiful, all of that, but it's just too much garter for my brain. I'm going freaking crazy. So this is the current hot mess that I have going on. Yeah, it's by Andrea Rangel, and it was part of the Gauge Dye Works June shipment colorway.
Nice. And is Janie's knitting that at the same time?
Janie is knitting this at the same time, and she's already in the teal, so she makes me murderous. And but she's been ahead of me like the entire time. She's just freaking.
Well, you've got a lot of other stuff on the burners, right?
Oh, yeah, but so does she. She laps me. It's ridiculous. But yeah, she's on the green section. So my only concern is I've been reading some people's project pages on this, and they're running out of the light teal before they get to the end. So I'm like, oh goodness. So I'm hoping that it's going to work out. Like, I don't have much on the ball. It just rolled under my desk. But
so's mine. My sweater yarn is at my feet right now.
Up in my balls. Yeah. So that's kind of, I hate it. I want it gone. I want it so done. So that's on the go.
You can do it.
So much garter. What else are you working on?
Where's the other thing? Oh, there it is. So this yarn was purchased at Knit City, and this is called, which was released for Knit City. It's the zigzag shawl, And that's by Marsha Ibuki, who is very little. There are 3 sizes. This one is the large that she's wearing, and it's a schlanket.
Oh,
it's
goodness.
ginormous, and if you are tall, that's the perfect shawl. So, of course,
I'm not.
I bought the yarn. Well, I'm doing a medium because I'm figuring. So, of course, I bought the yarn, and I bought needles, and I cast it on.
Oh, I really like the color.
Yeah, I absolutely love the color.
So what yarn are you using?
I am using, it's called not wet. I was thinking of Wet Coast Wools, the store. No, it's West Coast Color.
Mm-hmm.
Shush. And this is a DK, and the base is called Fits of Giggles 2 100% Superwash Merino, and it's Rainforest colorway. So pretty. I bought 6 of these for the shawl. And when I left, there was like a skein sitting there by itself. And I thought, well, if it's still there tomorrow, I'll buy it. Well, no, she must have restocked because there was 2. So I had to take 2. So hats and mitts or something are going to come eventually. But yeah, I love it.
It's so pretty.
Actually showing the right color.
It's so pretty.
I recorded in the evening the other day, and it was just, yeah, that's not a good thing to do. So, and I got my little sheep, which I have in my shop if anybody is interested. Yes, sorry, brain. And this is on, 4.5 because that's how I roll. Everything is 4 or 4.5s, which is 6 and a 7 US.
Yeah. So do you find you go up a size a lot? Or do you, yeah?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. For this one, I just said I didn't care. And she said she knew one of my finished objects, she looked at that and said, okay, I know how you knit, so do the 4.5. So, and I mean, I have extra yarn if I want to just keep going, right? Mm-hmm. So no, it's very addictive. And it's like, once you start the row, it's just like, go.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's going to be so squishy. I loves it.
So fun. So fun. So I casted on some socks yesterday.
Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. Is that turtle pearl?
No, it's Fiberlia, and it's in the Sunset Beach colorway.
Oh, wow.
So I am working on I want to do some other heels and add on to the Back to Basics socks that I have. Yeah. So just working away.
Stockinette, it's so much fun.
Goes back to the mindless garterness, right? It drives me insane, but I'm just going to power through it and get it done because I want to add heels and stuff options to some patterns.
Well, I think that when you're knitting stripes, it goes faster.
Maybe. It's not even a fastness, it's the same motion over and over again.
It's a slog for you. Your brain can't handle it.
Yeah, I need the lace. I need the complexity, or else I just my brain. Jeannie says it's because I'm an anxious person, and so being anxious, I need the lace to stay mellow.
It keeps your mind busy.
Absolutely.
Right? So, yeah, that makes sense. She is a smart lady.
She is. Very much so. What else are you working on?
I have one other thing to show, and where is the pattern? So I cast this on. It's called the Twinkle Twinkle Blanket by Curious Handmade, which is Helen Stewart.
Okay, yeah.
And I had cast it on, I don't have the ball with me, in a chunky acrylic from Michaels that, oh my God, it was almost squeaking when I was knitting with it.
Oh, yeah.
So I talked to a few friends, and I ended up buying this, which is, it's acrylic, but it's like the loops and thread wool-like.
Okay.
Okay, this is like really purple.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh my. No, it's purple, like lavender, a dark lavender. I hate that.
It's coming up as periwinkle. It might be picking up some of the color from your shawl.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe. No, oh my God, that's bad. So I took the 2 skeins, wound them together because I'm holding it double to do a DK version. And this stuff, it's like knitting with silk. It's unbelievable. And so it's knitting around. Mm-hmm. And then so these very like nice little shawl. Yeah, and it'll end up being a square blanket when it's done, but I love this little They're calling this a star stitch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I started this Wednesday. Yeah.
But you'll be putting
guess what size needle?
Sweater. You'll be putting it down because you need to go full blown sweater mode.
Yeah. So guess what size needle I'm knitting on?
I want to say 9.
No. 4.5.
But you're holding it together.
Yeah. I like the fabric.
Okay.
As a designer, you're going, oh.
It's just a little piece in my tummy that died, but it's okay.
It's okay. I like the fabric, and that's what counts. I'm a process knitter. I'm not a product knitter, and it drives people insane. Because if you've watched the podcast, when Selma was on, it drives her batty.
Oh, really?
She's like, how can you have so many things? You got to finish something. I'm just like, no, I'm just going to knit what I feel like knitting on. She's like, but.
I'm the same way. If I have too many whips, I get way too anxious. And
she's anxious for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did, when we show the finished objects, a shawl I knit in a month, and I was like, wow, I've never done that before, but I was going to meet the designers, so
yeah,
I had a fire in my butt.
Absolutely.
Yep. So those are my whips.
So the only other one I'm working on, I can't show, but I can show the yarn.
Okay, that's good. Show us pretty. Oh, wow.
I know. So this is Hypnotic yarn.
Yes.
And so I'm knitting this up for a shawl. So this one here is the Pickling Berries, and I don't have the label for the other one because I'm super prepared. But they're absolutely, I like have them going together right now in the shawl, and I'm in love. So I finished the first 2 sections of the shawl.
Was that her part of her fall line?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so she sent numerous skeins that I get to play with, and I'm just so in love with them. It's a beautiful base, so it's 80/20, 400 yards per 100 grams.
It's really nice. I love the lighter one with the specks.
Look at those specks. They make me so happy. I don't know if my webcam will pick it up like my camera does.
Pull it back just a bit. There. No. What are you doing? Stop. Okay, there.
Everyone heard, so you tell me to pull it out, right?
Yep. No, I said pull it back.
Yeah, it's not going to focus.
No, we give up on that.
I will give up on that. So what have you finished?
Oh, there it is. So I started this. Oh, I put my patterns away. I went and printed them out all nice and pretty so they wouldn't be wrinkled. I'll get there. I'm coming. Well, that didn't sound right. So it's the KALS church cowl. I told you not to make me snort, and I made you snort.
I always snort. That is totally normal for me.
So this pretty thing by, okay, there's no person. Oh yeah, Tega Hilliard. I should know that by now. So basically, I found a gray that I liked. I dyed up some mini skeins.
Fun.
I dyed 10 colors, and I didn't quite do it exactly to pattern because these are kind of like eyelets. And then this was supposed to be longer, this section, but I figured it's this long, it'll be cozy enough around my neck.
Yeah.
The gray is Schoschmeyer Regia 4-ply in charcoal. So it's not the yarn I started out with. The one I started out with was god awful. It was a lighter gray, so Lynn, Toll Baby, gave me the gray. And this was knit on size 4 millimeters, US 6. Look at me.
I think it should just be default.
And I have so many sets of circulars because I'm always using the same. So that I finished. And then I don't even have the pattern printed out for this one, but it's okay. So this is the Summit shawl by Rosam Knits. She's from BC, and I'm backing up for a reason.
It's ginormous.
Yes.
Holy moly. It's so pretty.
Awesome?
Like, She had some pictures on Instagram that she had the light coming through.
Yeah.
You could just see all those lovely drop stitches.
Yeah, I couldn't get mine to block out as nice as hers. I might try it again and just block the green.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think it looks okay with the waves? It's supposed to be waves.
Do you think it's just like, did you use a different base yarn at all?
Yes. Yes.
So that might be
yeah.
it, right?
And I mean, it's the first dye, like there's a lot of wraps and then you're dropping them. So it could be like my tension doing that. And oh God, those rows of wrapping and then dropping, I wanted to shoot myself in the head, but I was like, I have a goal. I have a goal. It was 2 days past the deadline, but 2 days before Knit City.
Yeah.
So the top and the brown, the cream and brown, are fisherman's wool.
Mm-hmm.
And the green is a Cascade Heathers in green.
It's very pretty.
I have had these in my stash forever.
They were just waiting for the perfect project.
Yeah. So yeah, it's quite huge. Shawl on a shawl. Like it.
Fashion shawl.
You know, like it's just amazing. And if you want it to cover your shoulders, it really, really does, which is why I like longer shawls. Like it really, I'm cold, so I'm going to leave it on. So those are my faux.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have a shawl that's a faux as well.
Cool.
So I've been working on a collaboration with Allison Barnes.
Yes.
And so I have this lovely DK weight shawl completed.
You finished it.
Of course.
Wow. The pops of white in there.
I know, right? And like yours, it has the drop stitch rows. I wanted to just go hide in a corner and.
Well, when you're getting up to like
300
stitches on the needles.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is all done.
It's beautiful.
It's ginormous. It's DK. It's squishy.
I love it all except for the picot. Selma still loves me, even though I don't like picot.
But it's so pretty. Look at the picot. Look at that. Can you see that? Yeah.
Yeah, I might be getting some yarn from her. She's making mini sets.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know Selma did yarn.
No, not Selma.
Oh.
Allison.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Context. No.
You're so silly.
Yep.
So yeah, that's my FO that I can show. My other ones are
designs.
Well, that's a design, but designs that are third-party commission things that I can.
Okay. Yeah.
Sneaky stuff.
But you do have a design you can show for a challenge.
Yes.
Do you have it with you?
No.
Okay.
I think everyone's still voting on that too. I think the voting goes till October 25th.
But I thought it was so weird that you just clicked like. Like it didn't feel like I was voting.
But you're clicking like on the one you like, and it had all of the.
And you were by far like way ahead of all the others.
Well, I tech edited one of them, so I went and clicked like on it as well, because you know.
No, it's really nice. It's a one skein. And are they all going to come out like in a booklet?
No, so they all are going to be individually published at the end of October, early November. So I think they're supposed to.
What is the contest?
So it's the Artisanitarium Design Challenge. So we were supposed to design a one skein project within the month of September and have it tech edited and ready to roll, and then have it test knitted in October. So it's
okay. I thought you were going to say test knit in September.
Yeah, so the test knitters have been wrapping that up. Some of them have finished it. Some of them are still working on it, but they have till the end of October anyways, just due to the deadlines of the structure of the contest, essentially.
That's awesome.
And so, yeah, it's posted and everyone's voting, and it's super exciting. And my aunt cheated and voted twice.
And so if people want to vote, where can they go vote for you?
There's a link.
You'll put it in the show notes or something?
I'll put it in the show notes. Yeah, no, she changed it a bunch of times. She was having problems with the website the first time with the voting and stuff, because I know, like, even myself, when I went to go do the voting, I couldn't without logging in, but it wouldn't let me create an account, and then it snowballed like numerous times, and so she got someone technical to come in and fix it on her website, and so it's all up and running now, and just like
cool.
It's exciting.
Well, you know who I voted for.
Probably the socks with the cable.
No.
So did you get any goodies?
I can show a few goodies that I got. I can't show them all. If you want to see them all, go watch episode 5 of my podcast, because I had the before Knit City and the Knit City. Mm-hmm. So I contacted Burning Impressions. They made me sock blockers.
Okay, awesome. Megan's so awesome. I love my sock blockers. I met her in
person. It was awesome. And then she threw in a sock size, or I don't know how you pronounce that. Sockses. And she put my logo on it. And then I bought one of these, I don't even know what they're called. You put your yarn on it, and it tells you what the weight is.
Oh yeah, to tell you the wraps per inch.
Yeah, and then you've got the 1-inch wrap that you can use. I thought that was really useful.
I have the tape measure here that Kurt's always trying to steal.
I'm getting one, and she's going to put a honeybee on it for me, because my husband studied honeybees.
I love it.
When I saw those, I was just like, oh.
Kurt has a brand that does the same thing.
Well, she was in the same booth as Ginger Snap, which is what I'm going to show you next. This is something I requested before Knit City, because she ended up having exactly what I needed for my sweater. Mm-hmm. So I want to knit the faded cardie. Sorry, I'm just trying to dig out all the yarn. And so I got this color set.
I am so shocked at screen. Oh my God.
So this is her DK Luxe base. It's 100% superwash merino, and it's 17 microns. It's so soft. I guess the higher the microns, the softer it is.
Maybe. It's all out of my skill set.
Yeah. So this one is Stardust. Is it coming out? It's like a really light green. You can just barely.
Almost like a mint?
Yeah, like very light mint. Mm-hmm. That's Stardust. And the dark one is called Woodland.
It's pretty. That's totally my jam.
It's got like bluish black in it, which is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. And then this one is Sage. And then there's this
little bluey.
Yeah, a little bit. And this one is Aspen, and it's got specks of like this goldy stuff in it.
So pretty.
Yeah, and Chrissy from the Cozy Up with the Stitchin' Sisters, she knit her sweater in these colors, and I'm blaming her. That's all I'm saying. My husband asked me how much my sweater cost. I said a lot.
That's typically the story.
Yeah. Something else I got at Knit City by Ginger Snap, of course. So at the end, I'll tell you the story behind this game. We're all sitting around talking and knitting, and I'm messaging my husband. I'm like, I spent a little more than I wanted to, but I'm happy. Yeah. And he just gives me the smiley face, doesn't say anything. And I'm like, so do you want White Walker socks? And he didn't answer. Then he answered another question. I'm like, you didn't answer my question. And the story behind this.
They do that?
My husband, every pair of socks I make for him is themed. Mm-hmm. The one I'm working on right now is Deadpool. Yeah. So everyone is themed. So, of course, he's like, yes, please. I'm like, so you made me spend more money. That's funny. So isn't that gorgeous?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a Game of Thrones fan. So I can't wait to cast these on. I need to finish his. Usually he gets one pair of socks a year. And the last thing I'm going to show is so in love. Turtle Pearl, the Brew.
I have that.
I saw that and I was just like, yoink.
Yeah.
So I was on a stash diet. So I went from that. Mid-December last year until the first thing I bought was my Zweig colorway from Polka Dot Creek, and that was like,
a couple months ago, so you lasted a while.
Yeah.
Quite a while.
I don't know, was it 220 days? It was long.
Yeah.
And then my husband is like, you fell off hard, didn't you? And now I'm just
go big or go home.
Ordering all the things. I get back from Knit City, and Kim from Ginger Snap put kits together for the Snap That Wrap. I'm like, ding, ding. I ordered bags and a notions pouch from someone. I make bags and notions pouches. So yeah, this is Turtle Pearl, and it's 450 yards per 100 grams, 75 superwash merino, 25 nylon, and these are her striped turtle toes, so they're 2 identical skeins. And I'm kind of neurotic when it comes to stripes. My tail has to be the same length. It all has to
match.
Yep.
Do you have a pattern that you have in mind for that?
One of yours. Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Anyone in particular? I think I'm probably going to do just basic socks with them, because I have a tendency to drop stitches if there's black yarn. And so when I was knitting up the, because I used her trench coat colorway in my trip socks, and so I'd get around and I'd be, oh, let's do the cable, and then I'd be like, oh my God, where did half my stitches go? And there's down and out. And
this has black and dark purple, so
yeah.
I might do plain. I might do Hermione's. I might do one of yours. I don't know. I don't have any socks on the needles for myself. Only 3.
Only 3. That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Last thing. So, Crafty Mama Designs, my friend Dawn, posted a picture or like a little story about this book she bought. She was leafing through it in the story, and I was like, okay, Amazon. 750 knitting stitches.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 or 3 books right now, and they're not inspiring me at all. I bought a Japanese knitting stitch book. Does not inspire me at all. I flipped through the first section of this, and I was like, oh. Yeah.
I have that book, yeah.
Yeah, so this, who's the author?
Mine's right here.
Look, we're twins!
I looked at my shelf because I have like my shelf. Kurt built me a shelf for above my monitor and for all my stitch books and stuff like that. And he found a detail that looks like a cable, so like plied yarn, and so he's got this nice trim on there and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So I was looking up for it, but yeah, it's down here with me because I was grabbing something out of it.
Yeah,
it's a great book.
I'm struggling with my second design, so it's in my brain, but I can't seem to put it on paper, and I guess that's a problem for designers or an issue. But I saw a lot of nice things in here, so yeah, this is going to help.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, hopefully you can get it through it. It's for the shawl.
Yeah.
So that's a good.
Yep. Love it.
I'm using it for a shawl as well right now. Maybe we're secretly making the same shawl. Could you imagine?
Maybe we are. This is the one I got that I'm just not.
I have that one.
I don't know.
I love it.
My friend Shella said she was interested in this one, so I'm like, if you want it, you can have it. It's not inspiring me, and I don't know why. Some do, some don't.
It's one of my favorites. And then I also have a couple of the Vogue knitting Stitchinaries, so those have some pretty neat stitches in them.
I have the 2 first Barbara Walker ones, but they're from like literally the covers are from the 60s. I got them when my mother-in-law passed away. So it's like you can't find those covers anymore. And 1 and 2 is perfect for me because 3 and 4 is just a little bit too much. So yeah. So
nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
So what about KALS and stuff that you have going on? You mentioned a KAL when we were trying to fight our way through getting this set up because
yes, Dawn from Crafty Mama Designs and I are hosting a KAL, and it's the holiday gift along. It started October 1st till December 20th. The rules are pretty lax. You can double, triple, quadruple dip. We don't care. And it's just knit gifts. Anything you knit. It doesn't matter if it's a washcloth, a pair of baby socks. It all counts. So you can put them in both of ours, and we each have a pretty nice prize for the end.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I have a knit along going on as well. So last Friday, the Stitch in Time cowl and shawl released. So I have them here. I can show off.
What a perfect name.
Yeah, Cheryl, it was perfect. We couldn't have been any happier. And so we were all, because it was Lindsay of Charmed Yarns, supplied the yarn for the design, and Janie and I all had to pick a winner, and it was very difficult. And so we're like, okay, let's make lists of our top 5, and that name made all 3 of our lists. So we just kind of knew it had to be. Yeah. So this is the Stitch in Time cowl.
That one I want to make. Yeah.
Super fun. And then the shawl matches it. So it's got the same butterfly lace in the beginning and stripes and stuff. And then
beautiful
leafies and then cables.
That's beautiful.
And so the cowl is running till the end of November, and you can make either or both, and you can get double entries into all 3 of our threads for both.
Cool.
But there's like modifiers. So if you're using skeins, because Allison from Lofty Loops is hosting it, as well as Lindsay from Charmed Yarns. Yeah. So if you use any of their yarns into the cowl, you can enter in multiple entries. Nice. So it's like, we did the math, and some people can get like 18 entries in if you use, right? Because it's 3 skeins, 2 styles. So if you're doing it with those 3 skeins, and it's from both of those ladies, because they're very talented, you want to use both their yarns.
Yep.
And you get it all in, you could totally enter like 18 times into the giveaway.
It's kind of awesome.
Right? So that's what we have going on right now. I think it started last Monday, whatever the date was on that. Whatever day I was eating too much turkey.
It was Monday.
Yeah, too much turkey. So yeah, that's super exciting.
That's awesome. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I think I'd wear the cowl more than the shawl. That's why I'm kind of like, ooh, it's a 2 for 1. So if I want to knit the shawl later, I can.
Yeah, exactly. And like,
not a lot of, well, some designers do it, but not a lot of designers do it where they'll create something else and give the 2 for 1. You usually have to buy them separately.
Yeah, I did that with my Yarn Vibes hats as well. The Kath Moore patterns included in all of them.
Yeah.
So it's good, right? Because then you can use up all 3 of your skeins.
Yeah.
You know, I only had so much yarn to use for the 2 designs, and
so you used 3 skeins and you designed both.
Yes.
And how many yards per skein?
I think it was like 400 yards per skein.
Okay.
And then for the cowl, I broke it down as well so that each section is weighed out for how much is used, so people can stash bust and stuff like that.
Yeah, so, that's nice.
Yeah, and that's it for cows and stuff. And then you had your cowl release.
Yes.
Officially.
And I don't even have it here with me to show you. So it's the Soaring Cowl, and Melinda tech edited it for me. And the testing went well, and I released it, and it's in 3 sizes. There's a small, medium, and a large.
Absolutely. Perfect for those 1 skeins as well.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it was testing my brain, and it's very simple, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do anything a little bit higher level, but that's what the stitch book was
baby
for.
Steps. It's just
baby steps. I have a shawl in mind, but then I'm like, maybe I should do a cowl. It's safer, but then I want to do the shawl because it's like going, you know.
If you don't challenge yourself, you'll never grow.
Exactly. So I'm, most designers start off simple and then work their way up. So
yeah.
I got, I wanted to show this too. I got this. It's by Aroha Knits, and it's forming shawls in their charts. So I bought that on Ravelry. That's been a lot of help. And then I have from you, I think,
similar class on Craftsy that's really good for shape design.
Okay.
As well. So if you have Blueprint, and check it out.
And how I started to do my cowl design, and so Aroha Knits has a 10-day design your first design.
Mm-hmm.
Well, by the third time I took the course, it kind of clicked. It took 3, but I got it. So that's where it started. So what I wanted, it's Françoise Denoy. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's going to be perfect. And the other book I use, do I have it here? No, I don't have it here. Oh, yes, I do. Sorry, I'm over here.
Okay. I think it's the Kate Atherley one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I started out with as well.
Yeah. So.
Tons of great information in it.
Yes, her books are just, I have the sock one and the mitten one. Oh.
I want to get the mitten one because I would love to, I find a lot of the time my mittens are funny at the ends and they don't fit right in my thumbs, and so I'd love to dive deeper into learning how to knit them.
And I love the way she explains things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very visual, visual, and it's like most times if I look at something and it's explaining to me with pictures, I don't get it, but with hers, it just clicks.
Yeah,
really good.
Sometimes it's just a language thing, right? Like some people just speak clear.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Do you have any shop updates coming up? What's going on in your bag situation, woman?
I have like 30 bags cut out, but with Knit City coming, I was making gifts for people, and this week my goal before Rhinebeck is to get at least 10 bags in the shop.
And that's gonna cut into your sweater time, dude.
I have it planned.
Okay.
The sweater comes to work. I can knit a few stitches here and there while I'm working. I knit every day at lunch. I knit on the way home from work, which is like, it's a 5-minute drive, but it takes 20 minutes in traffic. So every little bit, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. It's because I have to do my bags in sections. I cut the fabric, I cut the lining, I cut the outer of the lining, and then the next time I cut the interfacing.
Mm-hmm.
The next step is ironing, and then I have to do it in steps. Otherwise, if I try to do one bag start to finish, I'll get like 2 done.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to when we move and I have a new craft room because I want a raising and lowering desk. So that I can stand to cut, I can stand to sew if I need to, because I find sitting, hunkering over a kitchen table is not the best thing.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No.
I have a new release coming out Friday.
You do?
I do.
What is it?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're ready?
I think I'm sure. See, you make me love lace. You make me want to knit lace.
Look at this. So this is I Put a Spell on You. And this is in Riverside Studios yarn.
Mm-hmm.
So this is her Absinthe colorway and then her Bewitched colorway. And so I used 2 skeins of the Absinthe and 1 skein of the Bewitched. So she has a bunch of kits. So I bought I love it. It's so soft and squishy.
Yes. She's local to me.
I love it so much. So yeah, that's releasing this Friday, and it will be in French and English because Jeannie is amazing. And it's got a peacock because Sue loves peacock. So yeah, that's my new release coming this Friday. I'm excited.
That's nice. It's really nice. I love that section there that the 2 of them are together. That's a really cool stitch.
I love it. I love it.
Yep.
It was fun to try to chart out this was fun to chart.
Mm-hmm. And see, I don't knit from charts. Can't, tried. My brain just, no.
I knit from charts.
I'm a line by line person. Yeah. It's crazy.
That's what I got on the go.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Very beautiful.
So I think we kind of covered all the normal podcast stuff.
I think so.
So, let's ask you questions.
You're going to ask me questions. Oh,
I'm going to ask you questions.
Okay.
Okay. So what's your most favorite project you've ever made?
My most favorite project I ever made was my Mara shawl. It's at work. I don't have it with me. It's yarn. It's Malintosh DK in the Georgia O'Keeffe colorway. I wear it all the time. All the time. It's garter stitch. The one thing I didn't like about it was the increasing because it has like a wavy border, but it's like that yarn I got for my birthday one year from Selma, and yeah, it's by far my favorite.
What was the shawl you were wearing?
This one?
Yeah.
This was a gift. So my friend Bente, she's gonna kill me if I'm butchering her name.
You can't do that. I know her. She's the Arctic Crafts. She's a sock knitting machine. I don't know how the hell she knits socks so damn fast.
Bente? I think it's Bente. Anyways, so she sent me this. I think it goes from teal to blue and back again. She made it for herself and she didn't like it, so she included it in mail because we mail each other a lot of things. But yeah, so she made me that and I've had it on the back of my chair. I don't even remember what the pattern was, but no, I love it.
It's super pretty.
Yeah, it's light enough that if I just want my shoulders covered. Yep.
Very nice. So who taught you to knit?
My grandmother taught me to knit when I was about 12. And of course, when I turned a teenager, knitting wasn't cool. So I stopped. And then when my grandmother passed away, I went down east to Moncton, and we were emptying out her room in the home. And we had started a blanket together. It wasn't a wide, but it was very small.
Yeah.
She finished it. It was in her room. And I just was
this is the first time you knew she finished it?
Yep. Yep. And so that was I was like, wow, that's a sign. So I was working at Health Canada at the time, and a friend of mine showed me how to knit. And so my first project was a scarf about this wide and about maybe 4 to 5 feet long, because that's all my husband wanted, this wide. He's like, I just need this covered. So don't make me anything too. So she showed me how to knit, and then I kind of followed YouTube things for, like, if I wanted to learn something. I'm visual, so I would look at a lot of YouTube videos.
You're visual, but you don't like charts. That makes no sense to me.
It's math, my brain. I know. I'm sure if someone actually sat down and knit part of a chart with me, I could probably do it. But I just look at them and I go,
they make life so easy.
And Bente only charts.
Yeah.
When they learn to knit in Norway, it's colorway, it's continental, and it's charts.
Interesting.
She knits so fast because she's on the small 9-inch needles.
Yeah.
It's continental. I don't know. I just look at it and go, holy crap, lady, you started another pair of socks. You'll be finished those tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fast, but
that's crazy.
Yep.
All right. What else do I want to know? What's your biggest knitting nightmare aside from charts and peacock?
Feather and fan.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's so easy that I make mistakes.
Makes sense.
I knit one shawl with feather and fan. I actually finished it. It was the Multnomah. And I ended up giving it to my friend Shella because I just didn't like looking at it. Because I found it so frustrating.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
not your thing.
No. Yeah.
Interesting. So
yeah, those are 3 things. Pico, feather and fan, and charts. Those are like.
That's so funny. I get bored of feather and fan, so I totally get where you're going from.
It's so repetitive that my brain just forgets.
Yeah, absolutely. If you had to give a new knitter any piece of advice so that they don't make any mistakes that you may have made when you started out, what would it be?
Ask for help sooner. I tend to try and muddle through it, and then eventually it's like, okay, I should have asked for help a long time ago. And YouTube, you can find anything you want on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, my phone's ringing.
Jerk.
No idea. So you're going to hear it ring for a few seconds. Yeah, videos, because it might take me a few videos to find the person's style that I like. Because sometimes you listen to a video and watch them and you're like, oh, I don't really get it. But yeah, ask for help.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
So anything else we want to discuss?
How did you learn?
I have some acquisitions. I didn't even show them off. We didn't even ask me. Where are your manners?
Clearly on the floor with my ball of yarn.
So this arrived this week.
I got mine too.
So
the other room.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Terry Cox wrote a book about her mental health struggles and stuff like that. She had a breakdown, and so I'm going to be diving into this as someone who struggles a lot with anxiety and all of that not so fun business.
I hear you.
And then I also got the cutest book ever. So
yeah, I've seen that one around.
It is so cute. And so it's just a bunch of knitting cartoons. I won't give away too much just because copyright and all of that fun jazz that we do not want to be a part.
Yeah, I met Frank when he goes to Stitches Midwest. He's the nicest man.
Yeah, I've never met him, and I didn't hear about him until after I had already purchased this. But his cartoons,
he is basically he's the mecca of lace. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, they're just so wonderful. Kurt gets a good kick out of them, which is always amusing for me.
Well, it's always fun to have stuff related to knitting that's funny or different.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because he published a coloring book, which I got at Stitches Midwest the last time. And I was like, this is fun. Like, adult coloring is fun, but it's knitting. And they're coloring knitting.
That's funny. I got one that was inappropriate. But, yeah. I could show you off camera.
Okay. Why am I not surprised?
Okay, first off, it's not for me.
Okay.
Secondly, it's the most hilarious thing I've ever seen on the face of the fucking planet. Sorry.
That's okay. I knew you'd slip.
I would. Yeah, it's great. I love it. So.
No, if it makes you laugh, right? Why not?
Absolutely. I don't know if the recipient who's getting it is going to find it as funny, but yeah, it'll be good.
So how did you learn to knit?
I was taught by my grandmother. So I am a super fidgety, anxious person, as we all are very aware. So I couldn't stop just be calm and chill and stuff. So I needed something to keep myself busy, and so we thought knitting would keep my hands from, sitting there. I'd sit there and I'd tear at things, and I need to do something, and so that was kind of the solution to that. So I learned when I was probably about 22. And then I didn't knit religiously like I did now till probably when Kurt and I started dating. So about 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was off and on before that.
And then you just got it. It just hook, line, and sinker?
Yeah, I think it was just what was going on in my life and stuff like that. It just wasn't the right time to sit and focus on knitting projects and stuff like that. But Kurt's pretty chill, and we just like to hang out, and I can knit, and and so from there it kind of grew into what it is now, where I'm it's what I do now. Yep. That's what I do for a living now.
Do you have an outside job?
No.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you have an outside job?
I did, up till about February.
And so when did you stop to become a full-time knitwear designer?
Last February here.
Nice.
So
now, what kind of a feeling was that?
Great, because I no longer had to work for a bunch of a-holes.
Well, there's that.
I'm the only a-hole I have to work for now. So that's always great. No, it was good. So I found it was very much a freedom thing. So I could invest 100% of my time and energy into something I'm passionate about. So that was always really nice. plus I'm not as stressed because I'm working for myself, right? So
yeah. And do you find being able to schedule things in your own time works better?
Well,
like, do you follow a schedule at all?
I do follow a schedule. So Kurt works a regular job, right? So he's up in the morning, he leaves. So I get up and, you know, I do my routine with the dog and I have a shower and I get ready for work and I come into my office and I spend the day working and then I have my walk breaks with the dog. So that's time blocked into my day. And then, so I work basically Monday through Friday like a normal person and you know, do my designing, getting, you know, all the marketing stuff done because there's a lot of work that goes into owning a business, right? And like being basically the big decision maker in everything I do. Like Janie's
because your job is what makes you money.
Well, yeah, and like I have to do the marketing, I have to do the tech editing, I have to do the, you know, like all of the everything that goes into the business I do, and then I have support around me like Janie with all of the translations for French, and so like what a godsend she is. So
she lives in Quebec, right?
Yeah, so she's in Quebec, and then Kurt, he's slowly getting his yarn bowls, wanting to get his yarn bowls and stuff on the site. So that will eventually be more prominent in the business, but he's always running to the post office, doing like he's my errand boy.
Yeah.
But he
goes out and deals with the world.
He deals with the world, and he's good at talking me down when I need to be grounded.
Yeah, you need that.
I do. I get very frazzled, and he's like the most patient individual on the planet. So he's good at dealing with that and combating that and bring me back down to a normal level. So
eventually I would love to do that, like get my bags, my yarn, and like design. I'd like to get the whole package. It's going to take a little while, but
absolutely.
I have a hard time, like being honest. I have a hard time putting myself out there because I'm finding that I get flooded by so much from other people. Like certain people, like the way they market themselves, you, for example, it's amazing. I love it. Other people, it's like in your face all the time. And I don't want to be that person. So I'm like, my husband, he supports me fully. And he's like, you could be a great yarn dyer. Your yarn was beautiful. You can design patterns. You can, he's like, but I just have a hard time because I find there's too much people in your face. And I don't want to be that person.
I can't be that person.
And I also, like, I have an Instagram account for the podcast and the show and the shop, but I'm just like, I don't know. Do I need training? Do I need someone to guide me to kind of like go like you said, this is my business and I have to focus.
I have to go out of my comfort zone and just do it.
Yeah. But I think it's the fear of being too in your face. Because too many people are in your face, whereas there are few and far between like you who are, the way you do it, you don't feel intrusive.
Yeah. And I find like a lot of the time I am including people in the journey rather than just like, you see the progress pictures, you see the, you know, me being a dork about things, and
as you do.
I'm a person behind it, right? Not just, hey, go buy this, go do this.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm afraid. I don't want to be that. So
nobody wants to follow that. And so I'll
get there in my own way. Eventually.
Just a lot of reading. Reading and figuring it out and learning how to talk to your tribe, essentially, right? Like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's how I went about it.
You did a good job.
Thanks. It's been a lot of trial and error, I'm not gonna lie, but
it's going to be trial and error for everybody because not everybody will end up in this doing it the same.
Right? Oh, absolutely. And like depends on what it is that you do. Like how I speak to people as a designer is totally different than how people who dye yarn or make bags and stuff would, you know, market them. And like it's a totally different game.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Anything else we got going on?
No, I'm going to take it nice and chill tomorrow.
What time do you have to pick up your hubby?
10 to 5? Yeah, 10 to 5. Yes, that's the
time. Then we'll have time to get this uploaded to everyone so they can see how ridiculous we've been. They can watch me cuss like a sailor. And they can see you pull out.
Coming, balls on the floor.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the fact that it took us this month to find a free program that just worked like that.
Seriously. You guys, we went through Facebook to see if we can get side-by-side video. No such thing. Would not work in our world. Then we went to Google Hangouts, and she couldn't hear me, and we couldn't get side-by-side video. So then we're like, okay, let's try Skype. I do that anyway. Well, then we tried Skype, and it was the same thing. She can hear me. So we just finally went and used Zoom, and there was a little button that said, hey, let's put each other side by side.
Okay. And I find the focus is better on this than it was with Hangouts. Like you were kind of a little bit out of focus for me on Hangouts. It's weird.
Super weird.
Yeah. But now we know this works, so.
Yeah. Well, the way it goes, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, I got to leave at 4, so let's hope this works.
Yeah, it would have been awful. And then I would have had to record my regular podcast on Wednesday and explain to everyone we failed hard and we'll try again soon. It just would have been a lot of backpedaling we didn't want to do.
No. So this was fun.
Absolutely. And now we know how to do it for next time so that we can just jump in and do it.
And go 45 minutes later in frustration.
F-bombs.
And Melinda swearing like a sailor.
A little bit. I accept that.
I'm swearing too, but I didn't get it recorded on camera.
Or did she? Dun, dun, dun. All right. Well, I guess we can sign off and tell everyone to subscribe and get notifications. We're going to upload the video to both our channels. So everyone will have it all there ready to roll. Make sure you hit like so that the YouTube algorithms notice the video and know that people should probably see us goofing off like
thumbs up.
And yeah, if you have any questions about yarns or anything you saw on the podcast, just drop them in the comments below or in the Ravelry group where you will find show notes.
Yep.
Perfect.
Alrighty. So have a good afternoon.
Absolutely. You too. And I will figure out how to make this stop recording.
It says stop video.
Nope.
For you. Because you're recording it. I'm just like, here.
You exist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, bye.